Hi there, I am Adessa. In this video, I am going to talk about the different types of fronts. But what is a front? Fronts are progress zones or boundaries between two different air masses at the Earth's atmosphere. It is formed when one type of air is denser than the other, with different temperatures and different levels of humidity. The type of front depends on both the direction of movement of air and the characteristics of the air mass. The different types of fronts are cold front, warm front, stationary front, and occluded front. Let's dig deep on these types of front. First is the cold front. A cold front structure is when a cold air mass drives into a warmer air mass. Cold fronts can create sensational changes in the weather. They move quickly, up to twice as quick as a warm front. As the cold front moves into a place, the heavier or more thick cool air pushes under the lighter or less thick warm air, making it ascend into the lower atmosphere. Lifted warm air in front of the front produces cumulus or cumulonimbus clouds and rainstorms. As the cold front passes, winds become windy. There is an expected drop in temperature, and furthermore, substantial downpour once in a while with hail, thunder, and lightning. Climatic pressure changes from tumbling to ascending at the front. After a cold front travels through a certain region, you may feel that the temperature becomes cooler. The downpour has halted. Next is the warm front. A warm front structure is when a warm air mass drives into a cooler air mass. Warm fronts regularly bring blustery weather as the warm air mass at the surface transcends the cool air mass, making clouds and tempests. Warm fronts move more gradually than cold fronts since it is harder for the warm air to push the cold, thick air across the Earth's surface. Warm fronts frequently structure on the east side of low-pressure frameworks where warmer air from the south is pushed north. You will regularly see high clouds like cirrus, cirrostratus, and center clouds like altostratus in front of a warm front. These clouds structure in the warm air that is high over the cool air. As the front disregards a territory, the clouds become lower and downpour is likely. Then, the stationary front. A stationary front structure is when a cold front or warm front quit moving. This happens when two masses of air are pushing against one another, yet nor is adequately incredible to move the other. Winds blowing corresponding to the front rather than opposite can help it stay set up. A stationary front may wait for a quiet long time. On the off chance that the wind heading changes, the front will begin moving once more, getting either a cold front or a warm front, or then again the front may break. Lastly, the occluded front. Here and there, a cold front follows directly behind a warm front. A warm air mass drives into a cooler air mass, warm front, and afterward, another cold air mass drives into the warm air mass, the cold front. Since cold fronts move quicker, the cold front is probably going to surpass the warm front. This is known as an occluded front. At an occluded front, the cold air mass from the cold front converges with the cold air that was in front of a warm front. The warm air ascends as these air masses meet up. Occluded fronts typically structure around spaces of low air pressure. You will experience frequent precipitation along an occluded front. This has been Adessa, and that's 5 minutes. Thank you for watching.